Hey everyone, and welcome back to Glowenvy. I'm so excited you're here for another beauty adventure. Today we're diving headfirst into the wacky world of Instagram makeup trends. Buckle up because things are about to get weird, and possibly a little sticky. Candace is back with me today, and let me tell you, we're tackling a trend so bizarre, we just had to try it for ourselves. We're talking about toilet paper lip art. You heard that right, toilet paper. On our lips. I know, it sounds crazy. But trust me, curiosity got the best of us. Plus, where else are you going to see two grown women willingly put toilet paper on their faces? So, grab your snacks, settle in, and let's get ready to unravel this strange and wonderful beauty trend. Okay, before we get into this, let's address the elephant in the room. Or should I say the toilet paper on the vanity? We know what you're thinking, toilet paper, really? But hear us out, this isn't your average bathroom break situation. This is art, darling. Well, sort of. It all started with Instagram naturally. Where else do these crazy trends pop up? Suddenly we were seeing people rocking these textured, almost otherworldly lip looks, and we had to know more. Turns out, the key ingredient to achieving this unusual look is, you guessed it, good old toilet paper. Who knew the humble bathroom staple could be so versatile? We're using it alongside liquid lipstick and iridescent lip topper for a look that's both edgy and surprisingly chic. So, are you ready to see how this toilet paper lip art actually goes down? We're about to find out if this trend is a masterpiece or a major mishap. Stay tuned! You know we love a good Instagram makeup trend, especially when it comes from the queen herself, Greta Agazzi. She's the mastermind behind some of the most creative and, let's be honest, outrageous looks we've ever seen. Remember the furry lip trend? Yeah, that was all Greta. Well, she's back at it again, and this time she's outdone herself. Greta graced our feeds with this mind-blowing toilet paper lip art, and we were instantly hooked. The texture, the shimmer, the sheer audacity of it all. We were mesmerized. Naturally, we had to try it ourselves. Candace and I are always up for a good challenge, and deciphering Greta's technique seemed like the perfect way to spend an afternoon. Plus, who could resist the opportunity to potentially create a viral beauty moment? So we grabbed our supplies, put on our game faces, and prepared to transform ourselves using nothing but toilet paper, lipstick, and a whole lot of hope. Let's just say things got a little messy, in the most fabulous way possible, of course. Okay, so full disclosure, I might have gone a little overboard with the toilet paper. I mean, if we're going to do this, we're going all out, right? Plus, who can resist a good Costco run? I'm talking a pallet of the stuff. Yes, a pallet. Don't judge me. A girl's gotta stock up. Candace was like, Miriam, what are we going to do with all this toilet paper? And I was like, Candace, my dear, this is for art. We're going to be trendsetters. In all seriousness, though, I figured we might need a little extra for, experimentation purposes. This is uncharted territory, people. We're pioneers in the field of toilet paper lip art, or at least we like to think so. So, yeah, we've got enough toilet paper to last us through a zombie apocalypse, but hey, at least our lips will look fabulous.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas things
With your brain. This could be one of those situations. Now, here's where things get a little unorthodox. Remember our furry lip adventure? Yeah, let's just say we learned a valuable lesson about the importance of adhesive. So this time, we're bringing in the Big Guns eyelash glue. That's right. We're using the stuff that holds our falsies in place to secure our toilet paper masterpieces. Desperate times call for desperate measures, right? I mean, we're basically trying to make paper stick to our lips. It's not exactly a conventional beauty technique, but hey, that's the beauty of makeup, isn't it? It's all about pushing boundaries, experimenting, and seeing what works. Plus, if eyelash glue is strong enough to withstand a night of dancing and a few too many cocktails, it can definitely handle a little toilet paper, right? At least that's what we're hoping. Alright, so we've got our toilet paper, our lipstick, our iridescent topper, and our trusty eyelash glue. But no artist's toolkit is complete without the proper tools, am I right? Enter tiny baby scissors. These little guys are about to become our best friends. We quickly realized that trying to apply a whole sheet of toilet paper to our lips was about as graceful as, well, let's just say it wasn't pretty. We needed precision, people. We needed to channel our inner surgeons to carefully sculpt and shape the toilet paper into a work of art. And these tiny baby scissors were the perfect instruments for the job. Plus, they're just really cute. I mean, tiny baby scissors. How can you not smile at that? It's like they were made for crafting miniature masterpieces on our faces. Okay, confession time. Things did not go exactly according to plan. Remember how I said this might be our most challenging lip art experiment yet? Well, I wasn't kidding. It turns out toilet paper and saliva don't mix. Like, at all. I mean, I should have seen this coming, right? Toilet paper is designed to disintegrate upon contact with moisture. It's kind of its whole thing. So, as I'm trying to delicately apply this delicate material to my lips, it starts, dissolving, melting away like cotton candy in a rainstorm. And suddenly, I've got a mouthful of soggy paper mush. Not exactly the glamorous look I was going for. To make matters worse, the eyelash glue wasn't exactly helping the situation. It's like the more I tried to fix it, the worse it got. My lips felt like they were glued shut, and I had visions of my entire face being covered in toilet paper. It was a comedy of errors, and I was the punchline. Candace, on the other hand, was having a slightly less chaotic experience. She decided to go for a more strategic approach, focusing on applying the toilet paper to her bottom lip first. And you know what? It kind of worked. Me? I'm over here panicking, trying to salvage what's left of my dignity and my lip art. I'm layering on the toilet paper, desperate for something, anything, to stick. At this point, I'm basically doing paper mache on my face. The eyelash glue is everywhere. My fingers are sticky, and I'm starting to wonder if this whole thing was a terrible, terrible mistake. But hey, at least we're documenting this for posterity, right? Our viewers deserve to see the good, the bad, and the downright ugly side of beauty experiments. As I'm staring at myself in the mirror, I can't help but laugh. I mean, how did we get here? 1 minute I'm a semi-functional adult human, the next I'm covered in glue and toilet paper, looking like a reject from a holiday-themed horror movie. I turn to Candace and say, I feel like Santa Claus. Or maybe a surgical patient who just had a really bad lip augmentation. She bursts out laughing, which only makes me laugh harder. It's amazing how quickly things can go from chic to absurd when you're playing with unconventional beauty supplies. But hey, at least we're having fun, right? And isn't that what beauty is all about? Experimenting, expressing ourselves, and occasionally looking completely ridiculous in the process? I think so. Section 4. The calming art of toilet paper application. Okay, so maybe calming is a bit of a stretch. This whole experience has been anything but relaxing, but there's something oddly therapeutic about it. It's like a bizarre form of meditation. You have to focus and be precise. It's a journey of self-discovery. Candace and I are in the zone now, layering on the iridescent topper. Our faces are covered in bathroom tissue. We're like artists, sculpting masterpieces. And you know what? It's starting to look cool. The shimmery topper is catching the light. The texture is surprisingly dimensional. We look like we stepped out of a futuristic fashion magazine. Maybe this toilet paper lip art isn't such a bad idea after all. Section 1. Toilet paper lips, ready for their close-up. After what felt like an eternity and a whole lot of eyelash glue, we were finally ready to unleash our toilet paper lips upon the world. I'm not going to lie, we were feeling pretty good about ourselves. The iridescent topper gave everything this ethereal, almost otherworldly glow. And the best part? Our lips actually looked fuller, like we'd had some kind of magical plumping treatment. Candace went for a more graphic, edgy look, while I embraced the shimmer and shine, feeling like a disco ball had exploded on my face. Time to hit the streets and see what people really think of toilet paper lip art. Section 2, Public Reactions from Curiosity to Disgust. We decided to head to our usual stomping grounds, a bustling park in the heart of the city, to gauge the public's reaction to our unusual lip art. And let me tell you, we got some looks. Some people were intrigued, stopping us to ask questions and snap pictures. Others, well, let's just say they weren't quite as impressed. We got a lot of furrowed brows, double takes, and even a few outright grimaces. One woman actually took a step back and said, "Oh honey, what happened to your face?" I mean, I get it. Toilet paper isn't exactly the first thing that comes to mind when you think about beauty products. But still, we were a little surprised by the mixed reactions. I mean, we thought our lips looked pretty cool. Maybe we were a little biased, but still. It seemed like people were more focused on the toilet paper part of the equation than the art part. We decided to conduct a little experiment. Instead of telling people up front that our lips were adorned with toilet paper, we just asked them what they thought of our lip art. And you know what? The responses were much more positive. People described our lips as interesting, unique, and even beautiful. One guy said we looked like we'd stepped out of a science fiction movie, which we took as a compliment. It was fascinating to see how people's perceptions changed once they knew the secret ingredient. Of course, we eventually fessed up and told them the truth, and the reactions were priceless. Some people gasped, others laughed, and a few just looked completely flabbergasted. But overall, it seemed like the initial shock value wore off pretty quickly, and people were able to appreciate the creativity and artistry behind our unusual lip looks. So, after a day of sporting toilet paper on our lips, what's the final verdict? Is this a trend destined for greatness, or a total flop that should be flushed down the drain? Pun intended. Well, it's definitely not for the faint of heart. It's messy, it's time-consuming, and it's guaranteed to elicit some strong reactions from the general public. But you know what? It's also surprisingly fun, incredibly creative, and a guaranteed conversation starter. Plus, it's not every day you get to say you've rocked toilet paper on your lips with confidence. Ultimately, we think the beauty of this trend, or lack thereof, lies in its absurdity. It's about pushing boundaries, challenging norms, and not taking ourselves too seriously. It's about embracing the unexpected and finding beauty in the most unconventional places. And hey, if that means incorporating a little bathroom humor into our beauty routines, then so be it. Alright, let's get down to business. We've experimented, we've braved the public eye, we've even consumed a hot dog, more on that later, all in the name of toilet paper lip art. But the real question remains, is it actually a trend? I mean, we see a lot of crazy stuff on the internet, right? Just because something pops up on our Instagram feeds doesn't automatically grant it trend status. So, how do we differentiate a fleeting fad from a bona fide beauty movement? It's a question that's been plaguing philosophers and beauty bloggers alike for centuries. Okay, maybe not centuries, but you get the point. It's a tough one. There's no official rulebook, no trend police, although that would be kind of amazing. Just a whole lot of opinions and interpretations. One thing we've learned from our many beauty escapades is that what flies on Instagram doesn't always translate to real life. Case in point, toilet paper lip art. While it definitely looks cool and edgy in photos, it's a whole different story when you're trying to navigate the real world with bits of paper stuck to your face. There's a certain level of, shall we say, impracticality to some of these Instagram trends. Like, I love a good glitter cut crease as much as the next person, but am I actually going to wear that to the grocery store? Probably not. And let's not even get started on the whole Instagram makeup versus real-life makeup debate. We all know those filters can work wonders. So, while toilet paper lip art might be visually stunning on social media, it's important to remember that there's often a disconnect between the curated world of Instagram and the messy reality of everyday life. I think it's also important to address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the toilet paper on the lips, the you factor. Let's be real, toilet paper isn't exactly known for its glamour or sophistication. It's a bathroom staple, a necessity, not something we typically associate with beauty or fashion. And that's part of what makes this trend so fascinating, right? It's unexpected, it's unconventional. And it definitely pushes the boundaries of what we consider acceptable in the beauty world. But it's also a bit polarizing. Some people might find it quirky and cool, while others might be completely grossed out by the whole concept. And that's okay. Beauty is subjective, and what one person finds edgy and exciting, another person might find repulsive. The important thing is to be true to yourself and your own personal style. If you're not afraid to embrace the EW factor and rock toilet paper on your lips with confidence, then go for it. But if the thought of it makes you want to gag, that's totally cool too. So, where does toilet paper lip art go from here? Will it become the next big thing or fade into obscurity like so many Instagram trends before it? Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. But that's the beauty of it all, isn't it? The unpredictable nature of trends, the constant evolution of beauty standards, the fact that we're always finding new and exciting ways to express ourselves through makeup. Maybe toilet paper lip art is just the tip of the iceberg. Maybe we're on the cusp of a whole new era of unconventional beauty, where anything goes and the only limit is our imagination. Just imagine a world where we adorn our faces with everything from coffee filters to dryer sheets, where we embrace the unconventional and celebrate the beauty in the unexpected. Okay, maybe that's a bit far-fetched, but hey, a girl can dream, right? Well, there you have it, folks. Our toilet paper lip art adventure is officially in the books. It's been a wild ride, full of unexpected twists, sticky situations, and more than a few laughs along the way. We started this journey with a healthy dose of skepticism, a Costco-sized supply of toilet paper, and a whole lot of hope. We learned that eyelash glue is a girl's best friend, especially when it comes to unconventional lip art, that toilet paper and saliva don't mix. Seriously, don't try it at home. And that sometimes the most bizarre beauty trends can actually turn out pretty cool. Okay, maybe cool is a subjective term, but we had a blast trying something new, pushing our creative boundaries, and sharing the experience with all of you. And at the end of the day, isn't that what beauty is all about? Having fun, expressing ourselves, and not taking ourselves too seriously? Looking back, I think the most surprising thing about this whole experience was how much fun we had. I mean, we basically glued toilet paper to our faces. And not just any toilet paper, mind you, we're talking about the good stuff, the 2-ply quilted kind. We could have stayed home, played it safe, and stuck to our usual beauty routines. But where's the fun in that? Life is too short to be boring, and makeup should be a source of joy, not anxiety. So the next time you're scrolling through Instagram and you come across a beauty trend that seems a little out there, don't be afraid to try it. You might just surprise yourself. And even if you end up looking like a hot mess, which, let's be real, is always a possibility when you're experimenting with new things, at least you'll have a good story to tell. And who knows, you might even start a trend of your own. That's it for today's adventure, Glowenvy fam. We hope you enjoyed watching us navigate the strange and wonderful world of toilet paper lip art. It's been real, it's been messy, and it's definitely been unforgettable. Don't forget to subscribe to Glowenvy for more beauty experiments, makeup mishaps, and all-around good times. We're always on the lookout for the latest and greatest, and sometimes just plain weirdest beauty trends. So make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And be sure to let us know in the comments what other crazy beauty challenges you want to see us tackle next. Until then, stay beautiful, stay weird, and keep on glowing.